And I guess that's the thing that does. You're right, it does get threatened getting to these different levels because, I mean, you can't deny the fact that it means money to some people. But, you know, if you let that affect the art, then that's going to affect everything, including their money. So I think they know to kind of let us do things on our own. And we did all the things, we made the decisions on the first record, and it was successful. So I guess we earned the right to do it our way now.
Thanks, Chris, for the call. Tonight on Rockline, all the music that we hear will be from the new album Verses, and we're going to play a cut right now called Glorified G. And I was wondering if you could kind of set us up on this. I think this has some very interesting things to say, musically as well as lyrically on this cut.
I didn't write the song. I heard it. Someone who was talking in a room. I just wrote down everything they said.
Wow. On Rockline from the new album Verses, this is Pearl Jam and Glorified G. It's the broadcast premiere of the new album by Pearl Jam, Verses. We're live from Seattle tonight with Eddie Vedder and Jeff Ament on Rockline. And back to the phones we go to Redding, California. Mike's listening to us on 93.9 KFM in Chico. You're on Rockline, Mike.
Right on. How's it going, guys?
Good.
The question I got was on the Temple of the Dog, Times of Trouble. I noticed it was just about the same exact music as Footsteps, and I wanted to know which one you guys writ first, and you know how.
Writ or wrote?
Or wrote, excuse me.
English teacher listening tonight?
If she is, she's rolling over.
Oh, he's just nervous. Don't worry. Which do we do first, Jeff?
Actually, the Footsteps version was first. The tape that Eddie got of Stone's songs that me and Mike and Stone and Matt had recorded just had the music on there, and at the very same time we were kind of putting together the Temple of the Dog thing, and Chris heard that song and really liked it and semi-rearranged it a little bit to fit some words that he had, and so consequently there was two versions being worked on at the very same time. So Footsteps was first, but we didn't really follow through with it because it ended up on the Tempo record. So,
hey, Mike, you ever put those three songs together? You probably read about it Alive and Once and Footsteps. Have you ever put them together?
Yeah, I appreciate it, guys. One more question. Are you guys planning on going to Reno on the tour anytime?
Oh, yeah. We're going to be a week in Reno, I think. You want backstage passes?
with Urge Overkill.
Yeah. Eddie, you brought up the thing about putting the three songs together, of which I believe Footsteps was the final part of that story, was it not?
Yeah, we played it. Actually, it was on this radio program, and we played it. So I was expecting someone to put it all together and then make a B-movie about it, because it had all the good B-movie things, you know,
yeah.
Incest and murder, and it's all right there for you.
Yeah, that's right. I believe that's the only recorded version of Footsteps was done on Rockline here last year. So.
Well, I got my 4-track version.
That's true. Hey, Mike, thanks a lot for the call. And yes, Pearl Jam will be in Reno on the 2nd of December at the Lawler Event Center, and we'll have some other dates to give you here in terms of the upcoming Pearl Jam tour. We're going to take our first call now from Australia, and we have David listening to us on the Triple M Network Down Under. Hey,
how are you?
Fine, you're on Rockline.
Good. I wanted to ask the guys how they found touring with Neil Young through Europe and America.
I'm happy to finally have an adult in my life that serves, that leads by example, you know, and actually is...
This whole band.
I've had some crazy adults in my life. It's about time I got one that inspires me.
This whole band, I mean, very, very quiet leadership, like all the way around. It was probably the most inspiring thing that we've ever been involved in terms of like just watching every night and not really even talking about it, just kind of taking it in. And
yeah,
I hope you get a chance to do it someday.
And talk about a guy in Neil Young who has certainly taken his share of chances musically over his career.
Yeah.
I mean, there's very few stones he's left unturned musically. which I think is somewhat of a rarity. Hey, thanks for the call there, David, and we hope to hear from some more folks down in Australia tonight, which would be a lot of fun. More of your calls live from North America and Australia this evening on Rockline, where we're happy to be giving our listeners the opportunity to own a pair of brand new Skechers Sport Utility footwear. Yes, my friends, everyone. Welcome back. Be sure to check us out next Monday night as Rockline gives you the chance to speak with a couple of hot young guitar players, Ian Moore and Gary Hoey. I'm sure you've heard them on the radio, and next Monday night you'll have a chance to speak with them live. That's Ian Moore and Gary Hoey next Monday night exclusively on Rockline, where tonight we're here in Seattle with Eddie Vedder and Jeff Ament and the broadcast premiere of the brand new Pearl Jam CD called Versus. I have another tune here. We want to play. This has a great acoustic feel to it. It's called Daughter on Rockline. It's Rockline tonight with Eddie Vedder and Jeff Ament from Pearl Jam and the broadcast premiere of the brand new album Versus. That was a track called Daughter. We got a ton of calls to get to, so let's get going here. We'll take it to St. Louis. KC95 is the station. Kathleen's listening to us. You're on Rockline with Pearl Jam, Kathleen.
Hi, Eddie. Hi, Jeff.
Hello.
It's kind of funny. You guys just played the song Daughter, and that's what I wanted to ask you about. What inspired you to write that?
I ain't gonna answer that. It's a good question, though. No offense. Have you got another one? Where are you again?
I'm in St. Louis.
St. Louis?
Are you underwater?
That's a strange town, huh?
What?
I've kind of wondered, actually, if we can ask you a question, like, since the floods, like, we really haven't heard anything about St. Louis because it's not news, obviously. That's the way the media works, but I was wondering what was going on there in terms of the flood situation.
We're concerned.
I just know the water's all down, I guess, but the homes, and there's people still out of their homes because of electricity and gas. The homes just being ruined.
Wow.
And everyone's feet make that weirdly weird noise when they walk. Did you have a daughter?
I'm sorry, what?
Do you have a daughter, Kathleen?
No, I have a son, actually.
Oh. That's good.
I think Daughter will be left to your interpretation, Kathleen. And thanks for the call. We're going to go to Indio, California, and Robert, who's listening to us on 93.7 KCLB in Palm Springs. You're on Rockline, Robert.
Hello, Jeff and Eddie. Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. What's your question?
Yeah, hi. I just wanted to say I've been following your career for some time now. I caught the first and last Lollapalooza shows last year at Shoreline and at Irvine. And you're coming to my hometown on November 5th. Strangely enough, pop culture, as it were, hits the Coachella Valley. I wanted to know what brings you guys out here, 2.5-hour drive from L.A., as opposed to playing, say, a larger venue in the metropolitan area.
Okay, raise your hand. Raise your hand. Do this with me. Raise your hand like you're trying to get the teacher's attention.
All right.
I know you didn't do that when you were young. You were hoping they wouldn't call you. But if you raise your hand, make a fist. Up there on top is Washington, Seattle. Around your wrist, we're looking at the West Coast here now, get it? Around your wrist is Oregon. Around your elbow is the capital, Sacramento. Right around your armpit is Los Angeles. So we're going to go in a little bit and play the nipple, or, something like that. Indio, is that where we're playing?
Yeah.
Yes. November 5th, Indio.
So we'll see you there.
We have some other dates to pass along here. I think if Sacramento would be the elbow, then I guess San Francisco would be somewhere in the forearm. But you'll be in San Francisco. The tour opens there on the 28th at the Warfield.
And we're playing with a gentleman in San Francisco whose albums, we won't tell you his name, but you can, it's going to be a little riddle for you. You can look up the albums Human Butt and Family Man. And that's who we will be playing with. In San Francisco.
In San Francisco. October 30th at the Event Center in San Jose, California. On the 31st, Halloween at the Greek Theater in Berkeley. November 2nd and 3rd at the Civic Theater in San Diego. And then on the 5th in Indio, California. And we'll have some more dates to pass along there to you in just a bit.
And in San Diego, we're playing with bands whose records are called Everclear and Mercury. Next one's going to be called Urethane.
Amazing band.
Tribute to your first skateboard.
Maybe my favorite band.
Great. Look forward to it. We're going to go to Houston.